What is an overlock sewing machine? At the end of this video, if you watch it all complete, you will know for sure. I'm gonna show you my overlock sewing machine. Last time I kind of quickly mentioned it. This is my Juki overlock sewing machine, MO-2500 series. It's actually a 2516N if you see it there. So what's good about this overlock sewing machine is that you have the option to have 3 needles and up to 5 thread. I originally had mentioned that it has an option of the 6 thread, but that's not the right way. Actually, it has up to 6 threads. You can put 6 thread, but it only has for 5 because there's only 4 tensioners here and one on the back, this one right here. So this machine, it's a little bit difficult to thread. So if you accidentally finish your thread in the middle of your sewing, then it's a hassle to thread it. But look, this is how it looks like normally, and that's how you have to have it with the guard on and so on. So if you have to thread it, then you put this up or you put the cover back, and then this is just a cover to protect the thread passes or the loops, and because there's 2 loops up there over there. So anyway, but there's a map here. This is the secret. So when you just accidentally lose and I mean your cone ends, then you can go back here and just find out just choose which thread it's gone, then you just follow. So there's a map here, and there's a close-up on this little circle right here. So anyway, it's there. Don't panic. It's hard to do it. I'm gonna show you how to avoid doing that further. I think during this week I'm gonna cover how to do your knot so it can go through the eye of the needle, but that's another thing. So anyway, this is where you can come and reference how you should thread your machine. A lot of times the machines may not work because they're not properly threaded. This part here has a little lever where it allows you to take off the cover. This is where actually you thread the other thread that comes on the back that becomes a chain. So here's a thread tensioner here. Normally you don't play with this stuff, you just keep it the way how it is from factory. But if you ever miss this thread, then you just have to, there's a little tube on the back. You could use a little wire to put the thread through because it's a long run like this. And there's a thread tensioner, and then has to go through here similar to the cover stitch in a way, and then it goes through this hole, through this one and this one, and then the looper, which is right here. Anyway, if you want also, this is an adjuster. If you working with stretch fabric or non-stretch fabric, so if it's stretch fabric, you have to kind of put it down, or if you don't work with that like stretch fabric, then you have to let it go. So it's a, they call it how do they call this, there's a special name for this, shearing adjuster or tensioner, something like that. And as you can see, this one has 3 needles. I just put the 3rd needle, so here's one, let me see, 1, 2 right there, and the 3rd one, but I'm only using the 2nd and the 3rd. And this is how it sews right now. I have it with 5 thread overlock, and this is how it looks like. So I love the way how it is. It was having some issues earlier, but that's because I had this needles cross, so I didn't reference the map. But when I got some time this morning, I went over and it's working so good. Look, it's the right tension for the right fabric. This is 5 thread overlock. So when you hear 5 thread overlock, this is where you put the oil, and then this can be removed. It's a cap, oil cap. This is the lever that makes you that allows you to move the foot off, and it actually, you have to push it down so it can release the foot. So make sure that when you want to release the foot, the needles are up in this position. If they're down, your foot is gonna get stuck right here, so it won't be removed. But if you put the needles up, it's still gonna get stuck on one of the threads, but It's okay. I mean, that's just a thread. You see, it got stuck. So I'm gonna do it again. I push the lever down. I take off the foot. You see, I took it off right now because I want to do the some sort of like mini 3 thread right here. So as you can see, they are both 5 thread. This is 5 thread with the second needle, and this is uh, 5 thread with the needle on the right hand side. So it's narrower. I don't know if you can see, but this one it's narrower than the bottom one. So a lot of times you could use this as a merrow, but it's still wide. And this is the 4 thread overlock. Basically, that is done by this needle and this second needle. That's 2 thread and 2 on the bottom, 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. That's why they call it 4 thread. We have the 3 thread. So since we have um, the 2 needles that can do 3 thread, this is the wider one. This is a 1/4 inch, and this is like slightly bigger than an 8. This is also slightly bigger than a 1/4 inch. So you could do 3 thread. See how beautiful it sews. I love it. 5 thread on a rigid fabric. 5 thread on a stretch fabric. It still looks good. And then of course the famous 4 thread. 4 threads are meant to be used on stretch fabric because it has a better grip on it. It has an extra thread. That's why it's called 4 thread, because we have 1 thread here, 1 needle, 2 needles, and then the bottom thread, which is again bottom threads 1 and 2, and then top threads, which are needles. So that's why it's called 4 thread. So hopefully this helps you guys. It's amazing. I love this machine. The capability of giving you almost all machines. This is a good way to save space if you don't have much space. And you can get all of them basically. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial about what is an overlock machine, what it does. I strongly recommend that you get a model like mine, so you don't get stuck if you need to do 5 thread, 3 thread, and 4 thread, and then the narrower thread and stuff like that. So it's amazing. I forgot one more thing. Let me see if I can do it. It's basically the narrow 3 thread. You can use it as a merrow also, but you have to adjust. I'm going to cover that next time. But so the same machine can do all of